years old and she was about to start high school, and she desperately wanted to play volleyball on the high school team. There were just a couple of problems. The first is her parents didn't have a lot of money, so she didn't have the right shoes or the right clothes. The second was that she had never played volleyball before, ever, and so she didn't even know how to play the sport. The third is that she was new to the neighborhood, she had no friends, and she had no one to go with her to tryouts. But this young girl desperately wanted to play a sport in high school. So she went by herself, wearing the wrong shoes and the wrong clothes, to try out for a sport that she didn't even know how to play. Well, funny enough, she made the team by default because not enough girls showed up to tryouts. So she made the team, she starts playing volleyball, and she plays for all 4 years in high school.
Wow.
And senior year, this young girl who didn't even know how to play volleyball at the beginning was voted most valuable player by her teammates.
Wow.
Thank you. You may have guessed already. This girl was me. And you know, when I look back at that story, I feel really proud of that young girl, that despite the obstacles and the fear, she went for something that she really, really wanted, a dream that she wanted. And the reason I tell you this story is because I know each and every one of you in this room have similar stories of courage, of walking through your fears, of being amazing and brave. I also know you have stories where fear held you back, where you wanted to be safe in that comfort zone, and so you haven't gone for the thing. I know fear all too well. I was trapped for 2 decades in a prison of fear and people-pleasing until crisis, until the loss of my marriage, my 14-year marriage. When that ended in divorce and I was at my rock bottom, I thought, man, Janice, you're really good at blaming. You're really good at this victim mentality, but this hasn't been working for you. What about if you take personal responsibility for your life? If you show up differently? So I made a vow that day. I vowed that every single year from that day forward, I would do something that scared me so bad that it would just pull me straight out of my comfort zone. It's been 11 years since then, and I've done things like running a marathon, like doing stand-up comedy, which by the way is terrifying. Like competing in a bodybuilding competition, like self-publishing a memoir divulging family secrets, like even competing in a 40s plus beauty pageant in Vegas. Because I was so terrified to be compared to other women based on my looks. And one of the hardest things that I ever did was to learn how to sit in stillness, in quiet, to be with myself, to be present. So why in the world would you choose a life of courage instead of staying in fear, in your comfort zone? I will tell you why. Because when you choose courage, you get to create a life that you love, that you are proud of. When you choose courage, you inevitably grow and evolve and transform into the biggest, highest, best version of yourself. And it is that version that will make the biggest impact on those around you. You can indeed be the change that you wish to see in the world. And you know what? Courage sometimes isn't a marathon or a big old thing like that. Sometimes courage is making the choice to get out of bed in the morning. When you have been through tragedy, when you have crisis in your life, courage is simply making the choice to walk through fear. I'd love for you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath with me. And I want you to think of a situation or an area in your life right now where you know that fear is holding you back. And I want you to make a conscious choice today that you are going to walk through that fear, that you choose courage, that you choose the life that is meant for you and you alone. You can open your eyes. And I just want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for showing up today and yesterday in your truth, in your power, in your authenticity, speaking your truth. This is what's going to heal the world. You are going to heal this world together. We are going to heal the world. Thank you.
Yes, perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Great